Hey, welcome back to Scratch's Garage. We're going to be doing a startup on the 394 Oldsmobile motor that I'd picked up from my buddy. It had been sitting underneath his workbench for years. They had it in a car, couldn't get it to run right. They're not Oldsmobile guys, so they don't get it. So I picked it up. It's got a Patronics in it. It's got an adapter to an automatic transmission, and then it had a new starter on it and some other stuff, new water pump, this and that. So we opened it up. It looked pretty good. No bent rocker arms or anything. The cam looked good, all that stuff. Pulled just about to put it back together, and I pulled the dipstick, and the dipstick had water on it. So I ended up emptying the oil on it, and I had probably 2 quarts of water in the oil pan. And so we changed the oil, cleaned it out, changed the oil, put new oil in it, put a new oil filter on it. And, this is an all-day process. And then we put it all back together, different intake, found a carburetor, went through it a little bit, got it all set up. And this is the result of getting it all together and ready to run. And these are pretty much the first startup videos. And then we eventually, let it run for a little bit longer, but just keep watching and see what happens. It was a pretty fun day. I wish I would have filmed the earlier stuff. It was hilarious. All right, hey, Scratch's Garage. I got this 394 from my buddy. It's a 1963 394. It's out of a Starfire. We've been messing with it all day long, and I don't know why we didn't film any of it, but it was a hilarious task to get this thing all together. So we're going to start it up right now and see how it does. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
So here we go. We're going to start the motor up with headers on it. I've had these things for years. They're hanging from the ceiling. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. After we got it running a little bit, I did set the timing and adjust the carburetor just a little bit more, and it started running really good. We were about to wrap it up and leave, and my buddy talked me into putting these headers on. So we did that, and it picked up so much horsepower that I was rocking the engine stand off the ground when I was sitting there revving it up. Yeah, it was a fun night. We had a good time. Those 394 Oldsmobile motors are a beast. They're rated at 345 horsepower from the factory with exhaust manifolds and the stock carburetor and all that stuff points. Yeah, so it's a badass motor. I mean, that's all I can say. But I did eventually find out what was wrong with the backstory on the water being in the motor. That guy's shop had flooded, so that's why he wanted me to come get the motor out of his shop. So I guess the water had run down off of the workbench and on top of the motor and then down through the valley pan and just into the oil pan. So it didn't get damaged or anything. So, man, that was a good one. All right, keep watching, subscribe, like, thumbs up, all that stuff. See you next week. I appreciate it. Scratch this garage. Keep watching.